Closing out the set tonight, Mary Vann Johnston. I've had the pleasure of working with Mary Vann in multiple classes. Excellent singer, excellent banjo player, and just a fun person to have around. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Yeah.
So I want to welcome Mary Vann's parents. They're here from Wilkesboro. And just want to recognize the fact that all three of these musicians you're hearing tonight will be graduating in less than a week.
Yes!
Let's give it up for them. You'll be card-carrying college graduates at this time next week, which is no small feat. Make her welcome, Mary Vann Johnston.
So I started off playing banjo when I was 18. My dad fixed up this banjo and gave it to me for 18th birthday, and I started taking lessons and I started picking bluegrass, and I liked it pretty good, you know, and then I went off to college. I went to another college for a couple years, and I played a little bit, not really as much, and when I got up here I really fell into clawhammer, and one of the first songs I heard that I was like, man, that would sound really good, and I tried to play it, you know, I tried to pick it and it just didn't sound good, and then that's when I started to try and play clawhammer, and here's the song. It's a Martha Scanlon song. It's just really, really nice. I'm sure a lot of my friends have heard it because I play it a lot, but it's called Little Bird of Heaven. Side of the can, little bird of heaven right here in your hand. I looked up and I looked back, walked 100 miles on a railroad track. All I can tell from where I stand, little bird of heaven right here in your hand. Love, they tell me, is a fragile thing. It's hard to fly in broken wings. Lost my ticket to the promised land, little bird of heaven right here in your hand. So toss it up or pass it round, pay mind what you're carrying round. Keep it close sort of while you can, little bird of heaven right here in your hand. Starlings light on the broken tree. Find we all need a place to land, little bird of heaven right here in your hand. So toss it up or pass it round, pay mind what you're carrying round. Keep it close hold it while you can, little bird of heaven right here in your hand. Little bird of heaven right here in your hand. For this next song, I'd like to bring up Emma Martin. We've been singing together for quite some time, just here and there and everywhere, about all kinds of stuff. We're going to sing you a ballad. Try to sing you a ballad, I guess. Maybe I'll try to sing. I'm this guy. But this ballad, we were in Phil's ballads class together, and it was, we walked in one day and Phil always had a song on, you know, we walked in and listening to some great ballad by some great person or people, you know, harmonizing, and, you know, we walked in one day, one Thursday afternoon, and this ballad was playing, and we were just, Emma and I just stopped. We have to learn this. And unfortunately, I don't really know the total origins of this ballad. It's called Across the Blue Mountains, and we learned the Susanna and Georgia Rose version, who learned it from Robin and Linda Williams. And beyond that, I'm not really sure where it comes from, but the storyline is it's pretty interesting to listen along to. It's about a girl who falls in love with a married man. So you'll have to listen to what happens. Real ladies forever. One morning in May, I overheard a married man to a young girl say, "Go dress you up, pretty Katie, and come along with me across the blue mountains to the Alleghenies. I'll buy you a horse, love, and a saddle to ride. I'll buy myself another to ride by your side. We'll stop in every tavern, we'll drink when we're dry. Across the blue mountains goes my Katie and I." Then up spoke her mother, and angry was she then, crying, "Daughter, oh dear daughter, he is a married man. Besides, there's young men plenty, more handsome than he. Let him take his own wife to the Alleghenies." But mother, oh mother, he's the man of my own heart. And wouldn't it be a dreadful thing for me and my love to part? I'd envy every woman whoever I did see go across the blue mountains to the Alleghenies. They left before daybreak on a dapple and a roan, past all shivering pines where the mockingbirds moan, past dark cabin windows where eyes never see, across the blue mountains to the Alleghenies. One morning in May, I overheard a married man to a young girl say, "Go dress you up, pretty Katie, and come along with me across the blue mountains to the Alleghenies." So this next song, I'm going to ask Nora to come up here. This next song is it's a pretty good one. I found that when I've looked for songs for the Cider Gang to play, or for, just for myself, I always happen to find these songs by the Coon Creek Girls. and more specifically, ones that Lily Mae Ledford, their clawhammer banjo player, play and sing. And Lily Mae Ledford is from the Red River Gorge area of Kentucky, for those climbers out there. She's pretty great. If you've never heard of Lily Mae Ledford, you should check her out. One thing about the Coon Creek Girls I really liked is they liked, their songs that I like are about biscuits, which are good. Being a banjo picking girl and just going around the world doing whatever. And this song, which is about a man that treats her wrong, and she's not going to put up with it, and you'll see how. This is a song called White Oak Mountain. Let's start that over. I don't think I'm quite in tune. Hang on a second. Side where we sat down to rest. You promised to be my blue-eyed boy while the sun rolled around in the west. She's gonna keep playing too. Yeah, that's a good one next. So this next one I learned from Phil, and I hate Phil can't be here. That's all right though. That's all right. Hopefully he'll be getting better soon. But I took lessons from Phil this past semester, and every time I went in, I would try to have a song ready. And I'm talking to you. I try to have a song ready, just to, be like, hey Phil, I'd really like to learn this, or I'd really like to learn that. And there were a couple times I got a little busy, and I was like, Phil, I don't know, I want to learn a song this week, but I'm not sure what to learn. And he said, well, how about this one? This is one I really like to pick, or I really like to play, rather. And it's a tune called Spotted Pony. And so I learned it, and it was really, really fun. And he played backup for me on fiddle and guitar. And then one day I was like, Phil, can you play backup for me with banjo? And he did, and it sounded really cool. And I figured I'd ask my dad to back me up on this song. This is my dad, Keith. My dad plays bluegrass style banjo.
I'm gonna try.
but he's gonna try. But it's gonna. But this tune, it's called Spotted Pony. Make sure I'm in tune. You don't want two banjos out of tune. So that was pretty cool. I think that was the first time. That was the first time we've played banjo and banjo, just us, right? Well, you know what they say. What's better than one banjo? No banjo. Two banjos. No, but Kevin. Kevin said no banjo. Kevin. Oh my gosh, you're killing me, Kevin. You're killing me. Yeah.
Couldn't help myself.
I know. Well, you know. Well, this next song, excuse me. This next song is one that comes from far off as well. It was originally written by Jimmy Driftwood. He changed his last name to Driftwood, and I don't know the story behind that, but that's not his real last name. He's from Arkansas and played music in the Ozark Mountains, and he actually wrote like 6,000 songs. He wrote a lot of songs. That's apparently the legend. I'm not sure. I couldn't write. I don't think I could write 6,000 songs. But it's most recorded by Doc Watson. And also the Kruger brothers have performed it a lot. And I originally heard it from the Kruger brothers. The Kruger brothers they live in Wilkes County, and I see them playing sort of often, and it's pretty cool. But this is a song called Tennessee Stud. And I grew up riding, or I guess I started riding on a Tennessee walking horse, so I would always, when I was a kid, I'd always think I was the girl with the golden hair and the Tennessee mare. But I didn't ride a Tennessee mare, I rode a... Ready, Jake? I'm going to ask Jake to come up and finger pick a little bit. So what do you call 10 rabbits in a line backing up.
Receding hairline.
A receding hairline. Oh, a receding hairline. Reese got it. I told that one the other day when Dave Ellum asked for a joke for the presentations, and I only got a couple jokes. Just a couple laughs, not too many. It's better than none. Better than none. Much better, much better. Alright. Alright, so here's Tennessee Stud. Along about 18 and 25, I left Tennessee very much alive. Never would have gone through the Arkansas mud if I hadn't been riding on the Tennessee Stud. Had some trouble with my sweetheart's paw. One of her brothers was a bad outlaw. Sent her a letter by my Uncle Fudd, and I rode away on the Tennessee Stud. Tennessee Stud was long and lean, the color of the sun, and his eyes are green. He had the nerve, he had the blood, and there never was a horse like the Tennessee Stud. Drifted on down into no man's land, across that river called the Rio Grande. Raced my horse with Spaniard's gold till I got me a skin full of silver and gold. Me and the gambler couldn't agree, we got in a fight over Tennessee. We jerked our guns and he fell with the stud, and I got away on the Tennessee Stud. Tennessee Stud was long and lean, the color of the sun, and his eyes are green. He had the nerve, he had the blood, and there never was a horse like the Tennessee Stud. Got just as lonesome as a man can be, dreaming of my girl in Tennessee. Tennessee Stud's green eyes turned blue, cause he was dreaming of a sweetheart too. A little drop back across Arkansas, whooped her brother and I whooped her pa. I found that girl with the golden hair, and she was riding on the Tennessee mare. Tennessee Stud was long and lean, the color of his sun, and his eyes are green. He had the nerve, he had the blood, and there never was a horse like the Tennessee Stud. Stirrup and side by side, across the mountains and the valleys wide. We came to big money, then we forded the flood on the Tennessee mare and the Tennessee Stud. Pretty little baby on the cabin floor, little horse colt playing around the door. I love that girl with the golden hair, and the Tennessee Stud loved the Tennessee mare. The Tennessee Stud was long and lean, the color of the sun, and his eyes are green. He had the nerve, he had the blood, and there never was a horse like the Tennessee Stud. Thanks, Jake. Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Nora. And I'm going to call somebody else up to pick this one with me. Parker. Parker. Is Parker here? Yeah, I need your guitar. Parker is so kindly letting me borrow his guitar. So before I play banjo, I start off playing the guitar, and you know, I can play chords, I can read chords and play chords. But this is a pretty good song. When I was growing up, I was pretty fortunate to listen to some pretty good music. I like to say I was raised on classic rock, blues, Paul Simon, bluegrass, a little bit old time, and some old country. And the past couple of years, I've really started listening to a lot more old country, like some Townes Van Zandt and John Prine and all kinds of good stuff. Merle Haggard and Merle Travis. Shout out Merle Travis, Kevin. There you go. There you go. Guy Clark is another one I've listened to a little bit, and I'd like to call Hayden up here to help me play this. He can pick a pretty good country guitar. A couple good licks. But this is I'd like to call this a love song. It's a love song, and it's called Homegrown Tomatoes, because I just can't eat any other kind of tomatoes except for homegrown tomatoes. Once you taste it, it's just, you can't go back. So this is a love song called Homegrown Tomatoes. There ain't nothing in this world that I like better than bacon and lettuce and homegrown tomatoes. Up in the morning, out in the garden, get you a ripe one, don't get a hard one. Plant them in the spring, eat them in the summer. All winter without them, too culinary bummer. I forget about sweating and digging every time I go out. Pick me a big one. Homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. Well, I feel the homegrown tomatoes. Only two things that money can't buy. That's true love, homegrown tomatoes. Now you can go out to eat, that's for sure. But there's nothing a homegrown tomato won't cure. Put them in time, put them in line, put it on grill, on a hot cake grill. You can eat them with eggs, you can eat them with gravy, eat them with beans, pinto tomatoes. Hey, there's homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. Well, I feel the homegrown tomatoes. All the two things that money can't buy, that's true love, homegrown tomatoes. Make it a little. Change this life I lead. Well, I'd be Johnny Tomato Seed. I know what this country needs. It's homegrown tomatoes in the yard to see. When I die, don't bury me in a box in a cemetery. Out in the garden would be much better, and I could be pushing up homegrown tomatoes. Homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. Well, I feel the homegrown tomatoes. All the two things that money can't buy, and that's true love, homegrown tomatoes. I remembered the words when I practiced it. It's just such a good one. I guess I'd like to call the Cider Gang up here to do one big last song. I don't really know the history of this one. Maddie, do you? Kind of? We didn't know the full name of this.
We still don't.
We found out.
See, we just found out the rest of the name of this tune. Well, we've been calling it John Brown's, and there's a John Brown's Dream, but it's not John Brown's Dream. So we've just been calling it John Brown's whatever we feel like, you know?
But Johnny told us it's John Brown's March.
It's John Brown's March. So, okay, hang on, wait. You gotta wait on. Oh, okay. All right, guys. So this is John Brown's March. Oh, okay.
We got time.
What's an A?
What are we playing?
We could do Georgia. We could do
Do Georgia Railroad or the
Georgia Road, Icy Mountain, our medley, the medley.
or Ice?
The medley's a classic. Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do
Yeah,
Medley.
medley's a classic. We're gonna do what we call a classic. A classic cider gang tune. It's actually two meshed together. It's a medley. The first one's called Real de Joie, and it comes from
Dewey
the
Valley.
Cajun tradition. I should know this by now. We've been playing this forever.
It's
But,
a Dewey Balfa tune.
It's a what?
It's a Dewey Balfa tune.
Okay, I don't know. It's a good tune. And then the other one is Booth. It's written by a guy around Swannanoa, Marcus Martin. I remember that one. But it's also called Booth Shot Lincoln.
In honor of Phil.
In honor of Phil, we'll just go ahead and say it. We miss you, Phil. Is Phil gonna watch this? We miss you, Phil. Shout out, Phil. It's not the same without you, Phil. Alright, ready?
Let's hear it. More life. Vann Johnston, Vann Johnston. Yes, take a bow, please. Oh. There we go.
I just want to say that I've learned like so much from playing with this group, and not playing in this group is like the saddest part of graduating. And I feel really, really honored to play with everybody in the Cider Gang, both past, present members. It's just, I don't really know why I'm talking about it. I just have no feelings about it.
Thanks y'all for coming out, listening.
Thank you so much.
And we appreciate it.